Shalom, shalom, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shabbat. All right. Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Hamoyim La, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Makakudash, the moms of the elders and apostles, great millstone, well, blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, Akim and Aqua that's listening in, Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson is edifying. Mr. Brother Shabab, I'm back at you with another lesson. The title of this lesson is going to be called Desperate Times Calls for Desperate Measures, right? And the way things are going, all right, you're starting to see the faces of desperation on these people, man. Desperate faces. You got a lot of people starting to realize that these food shortages is really coming to life. You got people losing jobs, going back to that all-time, unemployment, you know, which that's coming quickly because they're about to shut this shit down again. All right, waiting for Creepy Joe to come out with his little speeches on what to do with this next pandemic, going into this, all this monkey bullshit. All right, pretty much they're gonna lock shit down. Force yo jabba jabbers back on you. All right, pretty much put you back in that state of mind of you got to put on these, these masks, put fear in your heart again. Like I said, jobs are being lost, shortages of food. All right, you get shortages of different types of shit too. It ain't just food. You got the shortages on these damn tampons and shit. All right. Um, they're pretty much about to crash the dollar. All right. So they can implement what that Rice Krispie treat. They're bringing in that new world order, literally, with gradualism. Okay, all these things that we've been speaking about for quite some time now, starting with the elders and apostles all the way on down, which the elders and apostles have been telling you this for decades already, and nobody wanted to listen, nobody wanted to take heed. All you wanted to do was scoff and laugh, and these things are actually coming to life, you see. And now is where you're starting to see what the gross darkness, come upon people's faces, the ignorance, the scoffing. All right. But at the same time, why are these things happening? The scoffing and the dark faces, the pride is going up. All right. Why? Because they know that understanding. See, the holy's going to understand these things, but the wicked is not going to have any type of understanding of what's going on, especially when it comes to the judgment of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. This is Daniel. Actually, let me grab it from here first. This is Ecclesiasticus 39 and 24. As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked. See? And when things become stumbling blocks, people get desperate, man. Why? Because they have no answers. They have no understanding of what's going on. Shalom, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shabbat. And because these people have no understanding, they start to get desperate, man. And the time is going to come where you're going to be put in that predicament, all right? Because Easy E over there is going to basically put you in that predicament. That's why he's got these shortages of food, coming about. He figure if he starve your ass is gonna bow down to him when he needs you the most to bow down to him. All right. And a lot of people, oh, well, you know, I'm not gonna bow down to the society, or you know, I'm not gonna take this, I'm not gonna take that. But when your ass ain't eating, and it's been about 3-4 days your ass ain't eat, your whole mentality's gonna change. You see, going into the title, when you put in that desperate time, all right, that's when you're gonna end up doing a desperate measure. That's when you're gonna go into that mentality of fuck it, I need to eat, I need to do this. See, us of the elect, we tell you what, the same thing over and over. No matter what it is that you go through, do not bow down to the way of the society, man. Do not take that MOTB Rice Krispie treat. You see, do not be putting, you know, these damn yo jabba jabbas in your body, man. Because all of that shit is a false gift given on to you. He's gonna make it sound like he's giving you a gift, you know, telling you, oh, you're gonna be able to go back to society and do normal shit. You're gonna be able to, you know, eat and survive and this and yeah. You know, you might get it for the moment, all right, but the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua gonna destroy you. See, when the Lord come back, he gonna destroy anybody that bowed down to that society, man, that bowed down to that image. And that's what his ultimate goal is. You know, Esau wants you to bow down to his image because he wants to throw it in the face of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua like, ha ha, see, I'm the God now. I'm their God. They no longer believe in you. You know, that's the part of their fucking, their heart, man. All right. So, you know, when you're put in that certain predicament, all right, a lot of people gonna fold up like lasagna, man, when the time comes. This is how you're gonna really know who are the true men of the Lord. All right. Because again, anybody could say, you know, it's easier said than done. Simple as that. A lot of people say they're gonna do a lot of shit, but when the time comes, next thing you know, he bugged out doing the opposite, complete opposite. You know? And that's why you gotta fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and continually what? Pray without ceasing and ask Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to deliver you from evil, you know, to keep you away from temptation. And that's what he's gonna do for those that constantly put their trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Like it tells you in Revelation 3:10. You see? Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. You know, that's what you want to be kept from, that hour of temptation, man. Hour of temptation mainly being that you know, that Rice Krispie treat, but you know, the hour of temptation is going to be filled with all types of temptations. That's going to try to get you to bow down, man, to give in. You see, when your ass ain't got no job, all right, you might go through a trial and tribulation where you might see your best friends, your family members get put to death, you know, and it's all going to be a trial of your faith. Every unfortunate situation that you put into is going to be a test to your faith at the end of the day, you know. So let me grab this. Let me grab this real quick. This is Luke 21:25. And it says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of the nations with perplexity, Slakia, and the sea and the waves roaring. And that's right. And it's crazy because I just did a video like 3 days ago on the moon. I was with my daughter and we was going home late night. And when I looked to the right, it was just, yo, the moon was so big, yo. This shit was like bigger than I've ever seen, and it was so low. And by the time destination where I wanted to pull out my telescope, and I ended up doing a video on it anyway, but I took too long, and the moon started going up higher and higher. But still, for me to see it in the beginning at the level that it was just like, wow. You know, even my daughter was amazed. And that's all signs of the times that we're in. You see, the Lord said there was going to be signs in the sun and the moon telling you what days we're in. You see, just whoa, what are you doing, bro? Oh, that's turning right, bro. Oh my gosh. What's even crazier, if you look, it'd be daylight, bro, and you'll be seeing the straight moon out at the same time as the sun. See, that's not normal. That's not supposed to be like that, because the moon was made for the nighttime, you know, and the sun was made for the daytime. So for you to see the sun and the moon out at the same time, yeah, that shit is crazy. You know, and that's letting you know the times that we're in. See, these are signs that the Lord has left for us. You know, he even told you that in what? That was that Genesis 1 and 14, you know, that the moon and the sun were created for the seasons and the time and the times of the signs and the signs of the times. Salakia, you know. That's right. This is Revelations 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receiveth the mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. You see? So, see, Esau's going to make it seem like it's the right move to do. And you might get, you know, a pleasure for a season at the moment. You know, you might get to eat. You know, you might get to, you know, survive for the moment. But you're going to be destroyed by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And what the scriptures say in Matthew, fear not him that can kill the body, but fear him that can kill both the body and the soul. You see? So what the hell with Esau, you know, if he got to put you to death because you don't want to bow down to his image, man. The Lord is in control of that, man. The Lord, it ain't nothing for the Lord to snap his fingers and take pain away from you when you're about to be put to death, man. He can make a comfortable death for you, you see? But you don't want to fall into the hands of the living power like it tells you in Hebrews 10 and 31. It's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the living power. You know, to fall into the hands of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua on the bad side, to feel his wrath and indignation, yeah, it's a wrap for that. You see? That's not going to be a pretty sight. That's not going to be a get it over with, that easy type of mode, man. That's going to be pure hell. All right? And the Lord is a character, man. So the Lord will make you suffer, man. Make you feel every inch of his pain, you know, of his wrath that he's bringing upon you. So whoever takes that image, man, you're going to be destroyed in a very horrible manner. You know, and it sounds harsh, but hey, thus saith the Bible. Okay? And through the terror of the Lord, we persuade men to what? You know, to do the right thing. You know, if you truly have fear of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man, you're going to lean to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai rather than men. You know? Shalom, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai Barak Atah. All right. So let me grab this word. Actually, what did I want to grab? Give me 1 second. I wanted to bring out something. I forgot what it was. Oh, that's what I wanted to bring out. Give me a second. This is in Exodus. Actually, that's not what I want to bring out, but I'm gonna bring it out anyway because I'm gonna go into the word etymology of the word desperate and desperation. All right, let's go to that real quick. Matter of fact, word etymology online with desperation. It goes into. It says hopelessness, lack or loss of hope, a sense of obsolete, a desperate state of mind, despair, hopelessness. All right, to despair, to lose all hope. And that's what's going to happen in these last days, man. These people, you can literally see on their face that they're starting to lose hope. What are they losing hope in? One, they're losing hope in their government and in their society, which is all, that's how these damn devils come. Order, ab, chaos, man. All right? Problem, reaction, solution. And pretty much that's what they're doing right now. They're giving you these problems that are all pretty much made to put you in a predicament. And then the reaction is that people either bug out, you know, they don't know how to act and they start fucking killing each other. Or the other reaction is what? That people just start to lose hope of what's going on because they start to realize, you know, damn, yo, my government is fucked up. My government is doing me dirty, you know. But then, of course, they'll come to save the day with their what? Their solution, you know. They'll have all types of different solutions hidden behind you know, under their sleeve. And then when they see people in that desperate moment, all right, or they see people bugging out, they'll come with that what? Their tricks up their sleeve. And here it is. They'll look good to you because they'll look appealing to the eye because you're such in a desperate state of mind that anything will help you at that moment, to give you anything that gives you hope and make you feel emotionally like you're going to go back to normal, or that there's a chance. That's when people are just going to bow down to that society. That's when people are just going to fold up like lasagna, you see? And they're going to be able to have control of you with just that little bit of, you know, that scenario that they putting you in, you know? But let me go into this word, desperation, from the Wikipedia, see what it says. All right. Well, this is from, this is definition of desperation from Merriam-Webster, right? It says a loss of hope to surrender. Yeah, because that's what's going to happen, man. Once these people see that all these different things are happening and the world is so chaotic, people going to surrender to wanting to go back to just having either peace, you know, or a hope of good things happening. That's why it tells you that in First Thessalonians 5:3, you know, for when they shall say peace and safety, you know, then sudden destruction come. And that's what people are seeking for. They're seeking for a sign of peace and safety, you know. Everything is going to be okay, you know. They're searching for peace, but like the scripture said, there is no peace, man. That's why whoever's prophesying of peace and that things are going to be all right, you in the wrong spirit. You're a false prophet, because the Lord not coming with peace. The Lord coming to destroy this place, man. You see? Let me go into see, if you want to be desperate in a way for righteousness, you know, pretty much you want to be seeking righteousness. If you're desperate in a way where you just want to depend on the government to get you by, that's going to destroy you. But if you're in a desperate situation where you're like, please, Yahweh Shem Shah, get me out of this situation, hey, that's a righteousness. You see, that's righteousness right there. That's you seeking to be saved in a righteous way, other than you being saved in a wicked way by your damn government. All right? Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. So I like bringing that out. This is in the NLT. When you read where's it at? Hosea 10 and 12. One second. Hosea 10 and 12. It says, sow to yourselves in righteousness, reap in mercy, break up your fallow ground. All right. And your fallow ground is what? Meaning stop being hard-headed, man. All right. For it is time to seek the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua till he come and rain righteousness upon you. Ye have plowed wickedness, ye have reaped iniquity, ye have eaten the fruit of lies, because thou did trust in the way in the multitude of thy mighty men. You see? You were putting your trust in you're leaning to your own understanding. You were putting trust in your government. All right. So it misled you. It deceived you. It caused you to what? You know, believe in lies. It caused you to sin. All right. So now let me read that in the NLT. And it says 12. It says, I said, plant the good seeds of righteousness and you will harvest the crop of love. What is you doing sitting here? Come on, bro. Oh man, you like the only person in the world that stays in this red light. Salakia. Yeah, I'm gonna read that real quick. This is Isaiah 31:1. It says, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help." All right, going down to what? To trusting in your government. All right, America's known spiritually as Sodom and Egypt. All right, and it says, "And stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai." You see, it says Psalms 118:8, "It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in a man." All right. And you should always, always, no matter what the situation is, how bad it gets, you automatically should put your trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and trust the process that's going to be done. Because within time, the Lord's going to save his elect, man. Those that believe on him. All right. It might not be right at that moment. See, the Lord is about doing marvelous works, miracles. You see? So sometimes you might have to suffer it a little bit just so he could show you that miracle in a bit. And then when it does happen, you're just like the water Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Know if you could speak about it, that this was a miracle. You see, that's what the point of a miracle is, to catch you by surprise when you least expected it. You know, when you thought that you were going to be done, and all of a sudden, boom, the Lord had your back the whole time. You know, he was just waiting for that moment to, you know, to have it, to make it look good, basically. Pull up in here real quick. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Barakatah. All right. So let me read it from the NLT. It says Hosea 10:12. And it says, "Plant the good seeds of righteousness, and you will harvest a crop of love. Plow up the hard ground of your hearts. For now is the time to seek the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that he may come and shower righteousness upon you." This is the point. It says, "But you have cultivated wickedness and harvested a thriving crop of sins. Ye have eaten the fruit of lies, trusting in your military might, believing that great armies could make your nation safe." You see? This is what this damn government paints the picture to be, that they can side of anything. All right? Them playing that role of them trying to be the most high. You see? The answer to all questions. All right? And you, like the brother just put up, all right, you putting your trust in Egypt is you believing that your government is going to keep your nation safe, man. When in all reality, they're trying to destroy you. They're trying to knock you out from being a nation of Israel. Trying to depopulate your ass, man. They don't care about you. All right. So this is why you don't trust in man. You trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. Let me go into a matter of fact. Let me finish reading that. Hold on. Yeah, no, that's the point. All right. So let me go back to this word. All right. Let me go to Word Etymology Online with desperate. All right. It says, desperate. It says desperate of persons, despairing, hopelessness. All right. Given up. Past hold on. Yeah, hold on. It says given up, and it says to lose all hope from damn, these words, they be all over the place. It says without, because they start giving it to you in different like languages and shit. It says to despair, to lose all hope, prosperity. All right. But the one I want is giving up. Okay. That's what's going to end up happening with a lot of people. They're going to end up giving up when they're put in that trial of their faith and they're not able to last. You see, just like it tells you, let me grab that real quick in Matthew, the 13th chapter. All right. Let's grab that. Matthew 13 and
parable of the sower, all right, those that give up are going to be part of what? That thorny, the stony places, all right, which is, let me grab it real quick. This is 13 and 18 from Matthew. It says, hear ye the parable of the sower. It says, when anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which received seed by the wayside. So those that are by the wayside, the moment they hear this word, as fast as they hear this word, is as fast as Satan come and try to take them away from the word. You see, and there's so many ways he could do that. You know, a way I see it all the time is when I'm on the highways and hedges, I'll be giving the truth to somebody, and a lot of things like this happen. Either you get a crazy ass phone call, and then that phone call tells you, oh, hold on real quick, brother, I got to pick this up. Next thing you know, they talking on the phone. Next thing you know, they got to go. Or they be talking to me, and next thing you know, somebody pull up, all right, and distracts them and starts talking to them about some bullshit, all right. Next thing you know, that person's leaving. You see, that's all Satan just playing through somebody else to take you away from that truth. All right. There's always a distraction as you're hearing the word. All right. Then it says, but he that received the seed in stony places, the same as he that heareth the word and anon joy receiveth it. Yet he has not root in himself, but endureth for a while. For when tribulation and persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended. He also that received seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful. You see, so those two are one of the main ones where people, they'll last for a little bit. They get the joy of being an Israelite, you know, and they think it's all sweet, but they don't understand that the truth is bittersweet, and it's bitter more than anything. You know, that's why I told you in that there was written therein lamentations, mournings, and woes. You see, so you have to understand this truth comes with more bitter than sweetness, man. The sweetness is that we're Israelites, that salvation is for us, but in order for us to get the true sweetness of everything, we have to go through the trials and tribulations to get there. That's why I said, through much tribulation thou shalt enter into the kingdom. It ain't gonna be an easy walk in the park, man. All right. So a lot of these people, they'll be in the truth for a while, but when them persecutions hit you, when that fire comes to scourge your ass, they can't handle it. They're either offended by what's said, by the word, or they can't handle the persecutions that's coming their way, and they end up falling out the truth. And that's going into what? Desperate. All right. A lot of these people gonna give up, you know, because one, they're not rooted and grounded in this truth. All right. They thought everything was all sweet. They got that mentality of thinking that God is all love. All right. And they're not. I mean, and Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is not. So when that trial comes of your faith and you're put in that unfortunate situation, which is made to test you of your faith at that moment, these people gonna fold, man. They're not gonna be able to handle that. And then those 2/3 that just wanted to disrespect the men of the Lord, and they wanted to go out there and misuse the prophets, scoff at them, you know, give them the cold shoulder. See, you're just gonna get it. You're just gonna get straight destruction to yourself, man. All right. They ain't gonna be that I'm part of the thorny seed, or I mean the stony seed, or of the thorns. You see, you're just made to be 2/3. You're made to perish, basically. Why? Because you were part of that multitude that was born in vain, man. That was born without the gift of faith and not believing in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. The ones that are gonna make it are gonna be the ones that have true faith in the Lord, man. All right, that believe this word 100%, not 80%, not 90%. You got bugged out people that be like, well, I believe everything you're saying, you know, I believe 80%, but that 10, 20% that you talking about, I don't know. Well, then you don't believe then. You're not of the elect, bro, because if you're of the elect, you're going to believe the whole entire doctrine, man, the way it's preached and everything, you know? So, again, going back to how this government is going to put you in situations and in certain predicaments to have you fold, man. But Our job is the elect is to what? Lean upon Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and trust the process, you know, even if it means death. You see, scriptures say strive for the truth until death. So if you're in a situation where it might mean death, hey, so be it. That's a crown automatically, man, for you believing in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and dying in righteousness than in wickedness. All right. Let me grab that now and desperate, just in the regular see what it says in the regular dictionary. It says feeling, showing, and involving in hopeless sense that a situation is so bad as to be impossible to deal with. But see, if you have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, nothing is impossible, man. All you need is the grain of a mustard seed, right? And you can move a whole mountain, all right? So that's how you know people are not rooted and grounded in this truth. And if they think that they are of the Lord, but not calling upon the right name, it goes into what? They have a zeal for God, but not according to knowledge, man. Because all our people have a zeal to believe in something, but because they're so brainwashed and under strong delusion that they believe lies, they don't know what the truth is, man. They believe in the Caesar Borgia. They believe in all these other deities, these different religions. And what the Lord said, you know, let those gods go and cry to the gods which you have chosen, and let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. You see? And you're going to be confounded because none of those gods are going to be there to save you. Where are those gods now, as a matter of fact? All right? You claim that these gods are the true gods. Where are you preaching on the highways and hedges that destruction is coming to the people, that this place is about to end? Where's your gods that you know, like us that are the Lord, all right, you know, try to beat to the best of our ability, all right? We all have testimonies of different things and scenarios that we've already been put in and have been delivered out of those situations through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. You know how many times I try to call on Caesar Borgia when I was of the world, man, and ain't shit happened? But the moment I came into this truth and really called upon Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that's when everything really happened. You know, that's when you even had the demons come start fucking with you for real. That's why he said that in Ecclesiasticus, the 2nd chapter. When thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. You know, because this is the truth right here. When you really come to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is when all these things really begin. That's right. Brother Kazak, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Brakatah. All right. That's right. Beautiful. This is Matthew 7:24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. Yeah, that's why you have to have that rock solid foundation, man. Because when the bumps and bruises come, all right, when these damn martial law troops come like a flood, sparing none, all right, you're able to handle all this, man. Why? Because you're rooted and grounded in faith. You know, you're established in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. All right, you're steadfast and unmovable. So nothing's gonna be able to separate you from the love of Hamashiach. All right. As a matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. This is Romans 8. It's like Romans 8:34, and it says, 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation or distress? You see, distress going into stressful moments, desperation, you see, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword. See, every single one of those that were just named, that's basically going to lead these people to desperation and have them making desperate decisions, you see, desperate choices. All right, but if you're rooted and grounded in Yahushua, man, what does it say? Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahweh, which is in Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, our power. All right. You see, none of these things are going to be able to separate you from what's your true mission. All right. And your love of Yahweh Shai and Yahweh. All right. Because you're rooted and grounded in this truth, and your house is built upon a rock. All right. It says, Acts 4:14-22, beautiful. Conforming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And as a matter of fact, let me grab, now that you put that, let me grab that real quick. This is yep. This is 2 Corinthians 12:10. And it says, I'll start from 9. Let me start from 7. It says, unless I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan, to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure. For this thing I besought the Lord thrice, and that it might depart from me. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Hamashiach may rest upon me. Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distresses, for Hamashiach's sake. For when I am weak, then am I strong. You see, so when you're at your weakest point, your weakest level, man, is when you're your strongest, man, because that's when you're going to put your full faith and trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And even when you at a strong level, you still going to continue to put your faith in thoughts in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man, through the good and the bad. But see, when you at the bottom, all right, that's when Yahweh Shai is most active, because he's there to show you his miracles, to show you that he's there for you, man. The whole time he fighting with you. You see? He pretty much said to what did he say to Simon Peter? All right, that the devil was that Satan was desiring to sift them as wheat. You see, he was pretty much begging the Lord. All right, Satan was begging the Lord to sift. All right, Peter, which that word sift goes in what? To inward agitation. You know, to sift them away, to break one's faith. You see, he was trying to break his faith. But what he said, I pray that you fall not into temptation. You see, I pray for you that you don't fall out. So Yahweh Shai is praying for us, man. At the same time, you got to take that into consideration, man. That when we're at the weakest, Yahweh Shai right there praying for you, and he pretty much right behind you, fighting your battle, man. That's why you cast your burdens upon the Lord. You know, that's why you put off that weak nature. Let the Lord put it in the Lord's hands and trust the process, man. All right. This is beautiful. Ecclesiasticus 2:5. All right. As a matter of fact, let me just go into it. The brother put it up. All right. Ecclesiasticus 2:2. It says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? And whom did he ever despise that called upon him? For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in the time of affliction. Just like the brother had put up before, coming right on time, right when you need him the most, he gonna be right there for you, man. You don't have to put yourself like the rest of these people that gonna be in desperate times and they're gonna have to make desperate choices. We don't need to make a desperate choice, man, because Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah is there to save the day at all times, man. You just got to do what you're supposed to do, you know. And again, it's easier said than done, but this is why the Lord puts us through tribulations and trials now. You know, he breaks us down right now to build us back up even stronger, you know. So when that time comes, you pretty much strong enough to deal with these things, man. All right. As a matter of fact, let me grab this. This is 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. There has no temptation taking you, but such as common to man. But Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. So the Lord not going to give you something you can't handle, man. All right. And with the temptations that are being brought upon you, in the same temptation, he going what? He going to deliver you. All right. Matter of fact, this is Second Peter 2 and 9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust to the day of judgment, to be punished. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness, and despise government, presumptuous are they, self-willed, they are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. Actually, that was the point. Salakia. But see, the Lord know how to deliver you out of them temptations. See, the wicked is reserved for the day of judgment. The wicked is reserved to go into these desperate times and come out with desperate choices, man. That's going to lead them to destruction and being destroyed, man. All right. What else? Beautiful. This is James 1 and 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah has promised to them that love him. You see? So we have to endure the temptation, man. He's telling you that if you endure temptation, you're going to receive a crown of life. So think about it. When you're being put in that situation, in that predicament of, oh shit, man, is either I take this chip or I got to eat. Is it worth it for you to take that chip just to eat for that moment and then be destroyed? Or is it worth it for you to just say, fuck it, if I got to die, I'm going to die, but I'm going to endure this temptation because I know that there's a crown waiting for me on the other side. You see? And when the Lord come to destroy, you see, I'm not going to be part of that destruction. I ain't going to have to feel his wrath. It's going to be straight blessings my way. See, a smart person going to take the right route. They're going to say, yeah, I want that crown. I want eternal life. You trying to tell you, man, you don't want to feel the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. This is 1 Peter 1 and 7, that the trial of your faith being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. You see? So everything you're going through is a trial of your faith, man, but it's going to be a tough road. All right. But at the end of that tough road, it's like when you running in a race or something. Let's just say you got a 6 mile race. 6 miles is a lot. You see, while you're running, you just like, damn, man, I can't wait for this shit to get over with, man. All right. But when it's finally done and you pass that finish line, man, it's like you just throw yourself to the floor and that whole race is done. You see, you ain't got to worry about running no more. It's almost like, let's look at it this way. When you at work and your ass can't wait to get out of your damn job because they driving you nuts. Got your ass slaved up in there, right? And you constantly looking at that clock and you looking at that clock. But once that day is over, that hard day of work is finally finished and you get out and you get to punch yourself out. How good does that feel when you punch yourself out? Why? Because the day was completed. The mission was completed. You know, you're happy. Your damn whack ass boss is happy. All right. And now he come and tell you, oh, you could take the next 2 days off with pay or something. You see, he gives you a great reward with it because you bust your ass, which I wish it really was like that. But these damn bosses do not care about you busting your ass. But, you know, you got to think of the outcome that's at the end, the reward and the prize that's at the end waiting for you, man. Lucky. Beautiful. This is Ecclesiasticus 24 and Ecclesiasticus 24 and 23. All these things are the book of the covenant of the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, even the law which Moses commanded for inheritance unto the congregations of Jacob. Faint not to be strong in the Lord, that he may confirm you. Cleave unto him, for the Lord Almighty is power alone, and beside him there is no other savior. Beautiful. See, you can't faint in this truth, man. That's having a weak mind, man. And the Lord said, put off them weak, the mortal thoughts, that weak nature. You know, gird up your loins like a man. You see, just like he told Job, man. Gird up your loins like a man. That's why you got to be protected with this armor of truth, man. You got to be girded up with the armor of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, so you can what? So you can fight off the fiery darts of the wicked in that time. So you can be able to stand in the evil day. You see? That's why it says what? A prudent man foreseeth evil and hideth himself in the scriptures, man. You see? He hideth himself in these scriptures. So when that time comes, you have a what? A cloak for your sins. You have a covering that's protecting you from the destruction, man. I was saying this the other day in one of the videos I was doing. All right. You know how it tells you in Isaiah 32 and 2, all right, that the man shall be a cover from the wind, all right, a hiding place from the wind for the women. Well, the Lord looks at us as his woman, you see? And what's our covering? All right. Yahushua, man. All right. That's our hiding place from the wind, from the destruction that's coming upon this place, man. Because the Lord looks at us as a forsaken woman, as a delicate and comely woman. All right. So we have to cover ourselves with that covering of Yahushua, man. All right. That brother's putting up This is 2 Corinthians 4 and 16, for which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. You see, because this is only for a moment, man. The trials and tribulation you're going through is for a moment. It might seem like a long time, but that's because you're going on Esau's time clock, man. But the Lord's time is different from our time, man. All right. His thoughts are not our thoughts. So to the Lord, it's only a moment that you're going through these tribulations, man. But it's going to be over just like that, man. You ever realize when you're busy and you're constantly doing something, time flies? Well, that's how it's going to be when you're going through all these trials and tribulations in these last days, man, to make it to the kingdom. By the time you know it, you're out of all them scenarios and it's time for us to be beamed up. Next thing you know, we in the kingdom. Why? Because you were busy that whole time trying to endure all that temptation and fight through all them obstacles that were led in your way, you know? And by the time you looked up, boom, you had a crown on you, man. Yahushua came and it was over with. That's how fast it's going to happen. Because when this destruction comes, and finally all hell break loose, that's going to be all gas and no brakes. Everything's going to be just one after another, back to back to back. You know, you're going to be here. That's why you're going to be like I said in Second Ezra, you're going to be like pilgrims upon the earth. You're not going to be able to sit in one spot. You're going to have to constantly be going. And those that are the men of the Lord, all right, and those that have faith, man, the Lord's going to what? He's going to give you them powers to faint not, you know, legs that you ain't going to be able to get tired if you got to be running and running, you know. Let me go back into this real quick, though. You get into a couple of these precepts I had. All right. Going back into desperation. All right. Because, you know, on top of people getting desperate, all right, a lot of desperation is going to cause people to be on. Let's grab Matthew 24 and 12. All right. We all know the scripture. All right. Matthew 24 and 12. And it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. You see? So a lot of people, their love is going to wax cold just off of desperation of what's going on. On top of that, because these people are so damn wicked, you know? So, you know, more sin upon sin, man, just has you continually doing sin. And people's love is gonna literally wax cold, man. You see it now. I just seen a crazy ass video just now. I forgot who posted it up, but this guy was just walking past three women. He just started swinging and hooking off on all of them. You see, which a lot of you women, man, you women about to go through some crazy. Y'all women about to be humbled on another level, man. There's so much going on with women right now. Women getting put to death in all types of horrible ways. All right. And that's all signs of the Lord showing you what's about to come to you women. And when this shit break out, when all hell break loose and there's lawlessness out here, there ain't no police to run to, and they straight purging out here, you women in trouble, man. All right, you women that want to be out there showing your ass crack, all right, you want to constantly be showing your body and thinking you the shit, you about to be humbled, man, and you're about to realize you ain't shit. You see, you about to realize you need a man to get you by in this truth. That's the only way you're going to make it out of here is through a man of the Lord. That's it. And you're going to be saved for childbearing, you see? And the women that are doing what they're supposed to, you know, through the spirit and following the men of the Lord and first and foremost putting their trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and being submissive unto him, you're going to be all right. You know, Lord going to take care of you. That's for sure. You know, so you ain't got nothing to worry about. Just keep doing what you're doing. But the rest of you women that don't want to hearken, oh, man, can't even get into that. That's a whole nother topic. I'll sit there and ramble all day about you women. All right. But let me read that again. Matthew 24 and 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right. And a lot of desperation is going to bring that forth. You see, where people just going to be doing all types of crazy ass shit because they're in desperate moments, man. All right. Let me grab Salakia. This is Second Ezra's 16 and 19. I'll start from 18, 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, and the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And if you think about all that I was just said, sorrows, great mournings, famine, great death, wars, all of that is something that's going to put you in a desperate state of mind when you realize that if you don't have Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua on your side, one of those are going to take you. You see? Because you're going to have Sorrows is happening now. We're in the beginning of sorrows. All right. You starting to see great mornings now. People starting to buck up and starting to get sad as hell. You can see it in their faces, man. Again, going back to that gross darkness in people's faces. All right. Faces turning pale because of what's about to come. As a matter of fact, it's gonna be people's let me grab that real quick. Where's that? Wisdom of Solomon 17. Let me grab it from here so I don't lose my spot on that. This is Wisdom of Solomon 17. And give me 1 second. Because Wisdom of Solomon 17 talks about how in the times of the Egyptians, they wanted to be playing around with magic, all right? But the Lord was bringing back that magic on them, you know, vivid apparitions and things like that. And these people couldn't handle it. People were dying with just fear, you know. Fear was hitting them from all types of angles because of the things that they had seen, all right? But point I wanted is, let me grab it from 8. It says, Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 8. For they that promised to drive away terrors and troubles from a sick soul were sick themselves of fear worthy to be laughed at. For though no terrible thing did fear them, yet being scared with beasts and that passed by and hissing of serpents, they died for fear, denying that they saw the air, which could of no side be avoided. All right. And you're going to have people out here dying of straight fear of what's going upon the earth. When they see newly created creatures, when they see vivid apparitions, when they see the mass death that's going to be happening upon the earth, people going to be wishing they had died, like it tells you in Revelation, the 9th chapter, which that was talking about in World War I. All right, back in the times, because you had people that they wish they were better off dying than to be with 2 fucking missing legs and 1 arm. You know what I'm saying? People's stomachs coming out of their damn fucking body, but the damn the medic done patched their ass up, and now they walking around in a damn wheelchair with a half a fucking intestine on their side. You see, so people were wanted to have death. All right, rather than to be alive. But what was death doing? It was fleeing from them, man. That was all through the Lord. The Lord kept them men alive, man, so they could suffer. So a lot of people going to be wishing that they died in these last days when they start seeing the things that are happening upon the earth. But the Lord going to keep you alive for all that shit, man. Because that's going to be part of your judgment, to see those torments, you see? For you to be dying in torture, basically. And you're going to be wanting to die, but you're not going to be able, man. The Lord is going to keep your ass alive, and death is going to flee from you, man. So it says, they died for fear, denying that they saw the air, which could of no side be avoided. For wickedness condemned by her own witness is very timorous, and being pressed with conscience always forecasteth grievous things. Let's go into this word, timorous. Yeah, I got to get it from here actually now. Timorous.
Here's the definition of timorous: showing or suffering from nervousness, fear, or a lack of confidence.
This is timorous. It says showing or suffering from nervousness, fear, or lack of confidence. Going back to what? You being desperate. You're hopeless. You have no hope that this shit is going to pass, man. You see? Showing or suffering from nervousness, fear. The Lord didn't give us the spirit of fear, man. With fear comes a disease of lack of faith, basically. Because when you fear something, all right, that shit grows in your mind, it sits in your mind, and fear causes doubt, all right? And doubt causes lack of faith, You see, that's why you're not supposed to be scared, man. Because if you have Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua as your rock and your foundation is solid, ain't nothing going. You're not gonna fear nothing. The only thing you're gonna be fearing is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, and hopes that He have mercy and spare you. You see, it says, matter of fact, let me go. Similar, it says, easily frightened, lacking courage, fearful, apprehensive, faint-hearted. The brother just put all the scriptures of being not faint, man. Trembling, quaking, cowering, weak-kneed. All right. It says unassuming, reserved for what? For judgment. All right. It says timid, nervous. Okay. Let me see what it says. Let me see if I get this word in the word etymology online. Word etymology online. Timorous.
According to Online Etymology Dictionary, early 15C, from Old French tomorrows, from medieval Latin
tomorrows, and it goes into fear, dread, apprehension, anxiety. See, when you're desperate, you have hella anxiety to the point where you can't even bear what the hell is going on around you, man. It says religious awe, reverence, to be afraid. All right. To show confusion. Yeah, because you living in confusion. You living in Babylon the Great. And Babylon is all about confusion. You see? And because you chose not to hearken unto the Lord, He destroyed you in your own confusion. You see? Matter of fact, there's a scripture like that. Oh, man, what is it? It says, I think it says something about your own shame shall be your confusion. Your own shame shall be your confusion, KJV. Yep. That's what I thought it was. This is Isaiah. Let me go from backwards what the brother had brought up. All right. Isaiah 30:1. I'll read it again. Actually, he had 31. Salakia. This is Isaiah 30:1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. You see? Because you wanted to trust in this society, thinking that you were going to be saved by this damn devil. And he confused your ass. He played your ass out. You see, because this is a faithless generation. Let me grab that. Come on. This is Deuteronomy, Salakia. Deuteronomy 32:20. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be, for they are a very froward generation, children in whom is no faith. You see? And that's these 2/3, man. That's the majority of our people. They got no faith. They putting their faith in a whole bunch of deities and false doctrine, man. But when you got you got the true men of the Lord that's constantly crying out to you people over and over again, telling you to come back to your true power, and they don't have faith that that's their true power, man. So that's going to be your confusion at the end. That's why you're going to be confounded with all them gods that you were calling upon, all right? All that madness is going to be your confusion, man. And then you're going to be wanting to call upon the Lord, but it's going to be too late, because you were supposed to call upon the Lord when them doors of mercy was open onto you, man. All right? Unless you are one of those last-minute Israelites that's going to be waking up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, because he had mercy on you, all right? Because he going to have compassion on who he has compassion on, all right? But you might see a brother do some spiritual power and believe all of a sudden. Hey, if that happens, call Elohim La Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. But for the way I see it, I could see you ain't gonna see too many of those, man. It's gonna be a whole lot of mass death on this earth, man. Because even when Yahushua was making miracles in front of him and doing miracles, they didn't believe. So you're gonna have them prideful ass spirits that gonna see men of the Lord doing spiritual powers in these days and still ain't gonna believe, man. Which gonna go back into what I was just bringing out before. Let me fit. Oh, damn, that's right. I got this on here. Let me grab it. 2nd Ezra 16 chapter. Because I still got Wisdom of Solomon 17 open. This is let me finish this up in 2nd Ezra 16 and 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, and the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine, plague, tribulation, anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. You see, what all these things that are going to be happening, people still going to be prideful and not take heed to the Lord, man. They still not going to turn from their wickedness. You see? So if they're not going to turn from their wickedness while they seeing all this mass death going on, what makes you think that when they see us doing spiritual power, they're not going to believe in the Lord still? You see? Because the only ones that's going to believe is the elect, man, that were predestined from the beginning, that was written in the book of life, man. And that's who we make these lessons for. That's who we search out there for, man, to come get this word. Those are the ones that are going to take heed, man. And what did it say? Many are called and few are chosen. The world was created for many, but the world to come for few, man. All right, now let me go back into Wisdom of Solomon 17. All right, speaking on that fear. Matter of fact, since I was just in 16, let me grab that real quick. This is Revelation, Salakia. 2nd Ezra's, 2nd Ezra 16. This is, I think it's like 60. Salakia, no, it's like 72 or something like that. 2nd Ezra 16 and 74. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. Woe be unto them that are bound with their sins and covered with their iniquities, like as a field is covered over with bushes, and the path thereof covered with thorns, that no man may travel through. You see? It is left undressed, and it is cast into the fire to be consumed therewith. All right? So the point is that you're not supposed to have that spirit of fear. You're not supposed to doubt, man. All right? Now going back to Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 10. They died for fear, denying that they saw the air, which could of no side be avoided. For wickedness condemned by her own, Salakia, by her own witness, is very timorous, and being pressed with conscience always forecasteth grievous things. And I forgot, let me get the rest of that beautiful 444 mercy. That word timorous. Okay, I did get it. Salakia. Did I want it on the, I think I wanted it in the word etymology online, or I think I got it too. Yeah, I did. Salakia. I did. Salakia. So back to Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 11. For wickedness condemned by her own witness is very timorous, and being pressed with conscience always forecasteth grievous things. For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reason offering. Yeah, because Fear, again, it's all about the mind, man. That's a plague of the mind. That's them demons fucking with you and putting fear in your mind, and you taking heed to the demons rather than Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Because whenever you have fear, the first thing you're supposed to do is call upon Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Because he said what? The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous man runneth into it and is safe. You see? So you're not supposed to let that fear take over you, man. That shit is like a disease. That shit is like cancer. It grows in your mind, and then it grows into something bigger, you know? Just like when you got cancer, it's like almost everybody got cancer in their body, but what makes it grow is something that activates that cancer. You see, that irritates it to make it become a spreadful thing through your body. So it's the same thing with the fear. Once you have fear and you let it dwell in your brain, all right, you're supposed to knock that shit off ASAP. But if you let it dwell in your brain, then it grows bigger, then it gets irritated, then it spreads throughout your body. Now your whole body filled with fear, man. And that's why there's so many accounts in the scriptures that show you that, you know, when certain situations people were put into, you know, there was no fear. Let's just take Daniel, for example, when he was locked with the lions. He had no fear. He believed that the Lord was going to keep them off of him, that the Lord was going to deliver him from that moment. You see, you had Shadrach, Abednego, and Meshach, right? When they were put in the furnace, that they were put, the furnace was turned up even higher, but they had no fear. You see, they believed that the Lord was going to be there for them, man. And the Lord was there. Not a smell of smoke on their body, not a hair on their body was burnt. Why? Because they didn't fear, man. Even when you had the Maccabees, you had the mother and her 7 children. They all died pretty much in honor, man. Why? Because they didn't fear what was being done to them. They understood that reincarnation was going to be abound, that they were going to get their hands on them damn devils at one point. You see? They understood that had to be done. They understood that they were wicked in their past lives, all right? And the things that we go through, we're meant to go through them because how wicked we were, you know? But see, we were given that chance to be able to be part of that elect, to be, you know, to be in the kingdom with Yahushua, man. So if you can accept that and say to yourself, all right, man, fuck it, I was wicked as hell, man. I deserve every little last bit of what's going on with me right now. When you can accept that, that's when your mind gonna be strong, man. Because what's scary is a man that could just say, it is what it is. But if you don't have that mentality of it is what it is, you pretty much got a mind full of emotions. And the mind of emotions is going to bug you out, man. All types of emotions is going to come out. All right. So it says, Salakia 17 and Wisdom of Solomon 17 and what was 12. For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reason offereth, and the expectation from being within being less counted the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment. All right, but they sleeping the same sleep that night, which was indeed intolerable, and which came upon them out of the bottoms of an inedible hell. All right, were partly vexed with monstrous apparitions, which that's pretty actually the point. Actually, you know what? Let me keep reading that. Were partly vexed with monstrous apparitions and partly fainted, their heart failing them, for a subduing fear and not looked for came upon them. You see, they fainted and that fear came upon them, man. And that fear took over them and they were bugged out off of that. You see? And that's the mindset that you don't want to have in these last days, because that mindset is going to give you that give up spirit, that hopeless spirit. And you're going to end up making a desperate choice in a desperate moment. You see? Let me go into man, there's a couple of them I wanted to go into Salakia. This is Leviticus 26. I was reading this earlier and this was hitting. Leviticus 26 and Um, give me 1 second. Let me see where I want to bring this up from. I'll start from yo, that's juicy. All right, let me grab it from let me grab it from 14. I'm gonna kind of read down. It says, "But if you will not hearken unto me and will not do all these commandments, but if ye shall despise my statutes, or if your soul abhor my judgments, so that ye will not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant, I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror, consumption, and the burning egg that shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow of heart. And ye shall sow your seed in vain, for your enemies shall eat it. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you shall reign over you, and ye shall flee when none pursueth you." All right. And ye shall flee when none pursueth you. Yeah. And it says, "And if ye will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sins." You see, and that's why these people going to go through all these different beginning of sorrows, the beginning of great death. All right. Because you didn't want to, hearken onto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. So he going to put you in desperate situations, and you're going to make them desperate choices, man. And you're going to be led to destruction. All right. It says, "And I will break the pride of your power, and I will make your heaven as iron and your earth as brass, and your strength shall be spent in vain, for your land shall not yield her increase, neither shall the trees of the land yield their fruit." All right. And that's going into crops and all that. And it says, this is the point I want. "And if ye walk contrary unto me and will not hearken unto me, I will bring 7 times more plagues upon you according to your sins." You see, a complete number of plagues upon you for your sins. All right. It says, "I will also send wild beasts among you, which shall rob you of your children and destroy your cattle and make you few in number, and your highways shall be desolate. And if you will not be reformed by me by these things, but will walk contrary unto me, then I also walk contrary unto you, and will punish you yet 7 times for your sins. And I will bring a sword upon you that shall avenge the quarrel of my covenant. And when ye are gathered together within your cities, I will send a pestilence among you, and ye shall be delivered into the hand of your enemies." All right. Let me read that in the NLT. It says, "I will send armies against you to carry out the curse of the covenant you have broken. When you run to your towns for safety, I will send a plague to destroy you there, and ye will be handed over to your enemies." You see, and you're going to be handed over to your enemies in these last days for not taking heed to this word, man. You're going to be thrust through by the sword. You see, you're going to be handed over on to Esau, and he going to put that damn MOTB Rice Krispie treat in your ass. You see, because you didn't want to hearken on to the word, so the Lord kept you not away from that hour of temptation, man. He served you right into it. Put you in a what? Desperate moment, so you caused a desperate choice, man. You see? Then it says, actually, that's the point on that. Because I end up reading that whole chapter. Let me grab, this is, I want to Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 40, and this is 40:1. It says, "Great travail is created for every man, and a heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam, from the day that they go out of their mother's womb to the day that they return to the mother of all things. Yeah, because, you know, the moment you're born into sin, you're born into trouble. It tells you that, what is that, Job? All right. A man that is born of a woman and a few days old is full of trouble. You see, it says their imagination of things to come and the day of death trouble their thoughts and cause fear of heart. Yeah. And that's why you're going to have people in that desperate looking face. You're going to have that gross darkness upon the people, lots of ignorance, a lot of scoffing, you see, because they could sense that great death is coming upon this place, man. All right. They sense something wrong, but because they don't have the knowledge, they don't understand it. Okay. As a matter of fact, that's what I wanted to bring way in the beginning that I never got out. This is Daniel 12 and 10. And it says, many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. You see, so these people have no understanding of what's really going on. They sense it, they feel it, but they don't understand it, man. And that's why knowledge and wisdom are going to be your stability of the times, because you have the understanding. You have the knowledge to know what's going on and how to maneuver in this society right now, man. Hey, count your blessings, man. Call Elohim like Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, that you have that knowledge and wisdom, man, and that he may increase you with more, you know, and more faith and endurance for the things that are to come. Okay. So going back, it says their imagination of things to come and the day of death trouble their thoughts and cause fear of heart. For him that sitteth on the throne of glory, unto him that is humbled in earth and ashes, from him that weareth purple and a crown, unto him that is clothed with fine linen frock. It says wrath and envy, trouble and unquietness, fear of death, and anger and strife in the time of rest upon his bed, his night sleep do change his knowledge. All right. And hey, through the fear of the Lord, we persuade men. You see, when you hear these things, man, these things should make you want to be like, man, I got to move differently. You see, I'm not trying to be caught up in that. All right. It says a little or nothing is his rest, and afterward he is in his sleep, as in a day of keeping watch, troubled in the vision of his heart, as if he were escaped out of a battle. When all is safe, he awaketh, marveleth that the fear was nothing. Such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon sinners. Death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. You see? But see, that was in the ancient time. All right. But in this time, it's reserved for what? It's reserved for fire. You see? Reserved for Jacob's trouble. Okay? Reserved for them chariots to be smacking you with all types of laser beams coming out of there, man. Remember, a time on earth that has never been under the whole entire heavens, man. It says, all things that are of the earth shall turn to the earth again, and that which is of the waters doeth return into the sea. All bribery and injustice shall be blotted out, but true dealing shall endure forever. You see, true dealing. All right, this word is going to endure forever. Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and those that believe in this truth are going to endure forever, man. It says the goods of the unjust shall be dried up like a river, and shall vanish with noise like a great thunder in rain. While he openeth his hand, he shall rejoice. So shall transgressors come to naught. The children of the ungodly shall not bring forth many branches, but are as unclean roots upon a hard rock. It says, let me see. Salakia. Yeah, now that's the point on that. All right. And going into those that what? All right, the children of the ungodly. All right, starting with these damn heathens, but you know, going into also those that are the multitude that perish, that are born in vain, man. These 2/3. Okay. Let me go in, since I'm in Ecclesiastes, let me go over one. Because I was speaking about that before. This is Ecclesiasticus 41:1. It says, "O death, how bitter is the remembrance of thee to a man that liveth at rest in his possessions, unto the man that has nothing to vex him, and that has prosperity in all things. Yeah, unto him that is yet able to receive meat. O death, acceptable is thy sentence unto the needy, and unto him whose strength faileth, that is now in the last age and is vexed with all things, and to him that despaireth and has lost patience. Fear not the sentence of death. Remember them that have been before thee and that come after, for this is the sentence of the Lord over all flesh." All right. All, and why art thou against the pleasure of the Most High? There is no inquisition in the grave, whether thou have lived 10 or 100 or 1,000 years. The children of sinners are abominable children. They that are conversant in the dwelling of the dwelling of the ungodly. The inheritance of sinners, children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. The children will complain of the ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake. Woe be unto the ungodly men which have forsaken the law of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. For if ye increase, it shall be your destruction. And if ye be born, ye shall be born to a curse. If you die, a curse shall be your portion. All that are of the earth shall turn to the earth again, so the ungodly shall go from a curse to destruction. The mourning of men is about their bodies, but an ill name of sinners shall be blotted out. All right. And again, man, like, hey, death, all right. And as a matter of fact, come to think about it, with the things that are about to come upon the earth, man, it's better your ass die. You know what I'm saying? If you wicked, man, you better hope your ass get put down. All right. Well, what does it say? What is that? Death is better than sorrow, I think it says. Death is better than sorrow, KJV. Death is better than sorrow, KJV. Yeah, it is that. No, Salakia. I thought it was one where it says death is better than sorrow, something like that. Salakia. But hey, it's better you go that you be put to death in these last days than to go through what's about to go, what's about to happen. You see, and if you were wicked and you ended up being put to death, you're still gonna be woken up anyway, and you're gonna take a missile. You know, if you're meant for it. You know, because nobody escapes the judgment of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All eyes gonna see the coming of Yahushai, man. You see, but a whole lot of destruction is coming upon the earth, man. And you know, you want to have that rooted and grounded mind so that you don't fall into those temptations and, you know, in a desperate moment give up in a desperate choice. All right. I think I have one more. Salakia. I know I wanted to get something. Oh, let me grab that. Ecclesiasticus 11. Because all this fun that everybody having now, you about to forget about that. You're going to forget what pleasure was about in the time of your affliction. All right, this is 11 and Ecclesiasticus 11 and 25. In the day of prosperity, there's a forgetfulness of affliction. Yeah, because while everybody living good and doing great, all right, they're not thinking of affliction. All right. And it says, and in the day of affliction, there is no remembrance of prosperity. Okay. Vice versa. When you going through all hell, you see, How can you really sit there and think about prosperity? All right. You're going through so much hell that all you thinking about is the hell that you're going through, man. It says, for it is an easy thing unto the Lord in the day of death to reward a man according to his ways. The affliction of an hour maketh a man forget pleasure, and in his end his deeds shall be discovered. You see? So all these people that continue to live life, that's what it was. The water, brother. Appreciate it. Ecclesiasticus 30:17. Death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness. The water. Yep, that's the one. You see, sometimes it's almost like you're not about to go put yourself to death, because you're not supposed to do that. You got to man it out. All right. But hey, sometimes it's better that your ass be put to death the way things are going than to keep going through the shit that you're going through. You had basically Job. You know, Job would rather be in the spirit world than to be dealing with what he was going through. You see, all the hell he was catching. All right, but he girded up his loins like a man. All right, but let me read that again. This is Ecclesiasticus 11:27. The affliction of an hour maketh a man forget pleasure in his and in his end his deeds shall be discovered. You see, so all these people that chose to live pleasures for a season, all right, rather than to suffer with the men of the Lord, all right, the people of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, when that time of affliction comes and Yahweh put that spirit to put you in all types of predicaments, man, you're gonna forget about all that pleasure your ass had, because you're gonna be in such a mode of tears and what's the word I'm looking for? You're just gonna be bugged out. You see, you're not gonna be able to handle these things, man. You're never gonna ever think about pleasure again. You're gonna be thinking about how you're gonna try to survive, but death is just gonna be freaking chasing you everywhere you go. Final destination type mode, man. Everywhere you go, death is right behind you trying to grab your ass, man, and put you in a damn headlock. All right. And again, going back to what I said in the beginning, because iniquity abound, the love of many is going to wax cold. You're going to see people doing some crazy shit out here, man. Your own friends going to turn against you. Your own family members is going to turn against you, because of what's going on in the earth, man. Everybody's going to be in that survival of the fittest. Everybody's going to be thinking about self, and not in a righteous way. Because us being in this truth, we have to what? Fear the Lord, all right, and work out our own salvation with fear and trembling, all right? But these people are not going to be working out their salvation with fear and trembling. They're just going to be trying to be, survival of the fittest, trying to be for self to survive, all things, whatever it takes to survive, by all means, whatever needs to be done, I'm going to do it. If I have to kill this person to get by, that's the mentality they're going to have. They're going to do it, Matter of fact, let me grab this real quick. Ecclesiasticus 6. That's why you got to be careful who you trust in, man, and who you around. All right, this is Ecclesiasticus 6:10. It says, I'll start from 7. It says, if thou wilt get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. For some man is a friend of his own occasion, and will not abide in the day of trouble. And there is a friend who, being turned to enmity and strife, will discover thy reproach. Again, some friend is a companion at the table, and will not continue in the day of thy affliction. All right. So you got to watch people, man, and be not quick to, trust in somebody, man, because that person could have his own agenda. All right. And at the end of the day, when the time comes for affliction, or to really be there, he's not going to be there. He's going to turn against you. Your own friend, your own family member, shit, your own kids might turn against you in this truth, man. Which, brothers have gone through that just coming into the truth. Family members turning against them because they don't believe the word that you believe in, But, you got to be careful who you around, man, in these last days. All right. You got to ask the Lord to give you that spirit of discernment for you to see these things, before they happen. All right. But I've rambled enough. Salaki, if I was all over the place, that's pretty much the point. Yeah, that's pretty much the point. So, hey, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. Let me see what I can get out of here. Yeah, you brothers got. Yeah, you brothers put up some beautiful scriptures. But hey, I'm gonna end it off on that note through the spirit. Like I said, Salaki, if I was all over the place, but Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloyam La, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Aquat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. As a matter of fact, real quick, another thing thinking on the subject, that popped in my head, with with the desperate times, all right, causing desperate measures, right? That's how a lot of people gonna line up for this MOTB, man. Real quick, before I forget, as a matter of fact, I wanted to bring that out and I just remembered about it. Genesis 47. This is gonna show you how desperate people, all right, how desperate times calls for desperate measures. This is Genesis 47, and real quick, and then I'll end it off on that. This is 47 and 13, and it says, and there was no bread in all the land, for the famine was very sore, so that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan fainted by reason of the famine. All right. It says, and Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan for the corn which they bought, and Joseph brought the money into Pharaoh's house. And when money failed in the land of Egypt, which, hey, that's just like right now, you see, this is this not basically Sodom and Egypt spiritually? All right. And we have a famine coming upon us now. We have the money that's about to fail. The whole money system is about to fail. All right. It says, and when the money failed in the land of Egypt and then in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, give us bread, why should we die in thy presence? For the money faileth. And Joseph said, give your cattle, and I will give you for your cattle if money fail. All right. And it says, and that goes into bartering, like, you know, bartering system. All right. And it says, and they brought their cattle to Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for horses and for the flocks and for the cattle of the herds and for the asses. And he fed them with bread for all their cattle for that year. When that year was ended, they came unto him the second year and said unto him, we will not hide it from my Lord, how that our money is spent. My Lord also had our herds of cattle. There is not aught left in the sight of my Lord, but our bodies and our lands. Wherefore shall we die before thine eyes, both we and our land? Buy us and our land for bread, and we and our land will be servants unto Pharaoh, and give us seed that we may live and not die, that the land be not desolate. And Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh, for the Egyptians sold every man his field, because the famine prevailed over them, so the land became Pharaoh's. But the point is, you see how they were giving themselves up because the money failed. The famine was there, and all they wanted to do was eat. That's exactly what they're going to do in these last days, when they realize that this damn devil has set them up for the okie doke and pretty much put out that orchestrated famine, food shortages. That's all orchestrated, man. These devils is doing that shit just to put you in that predicament, to starve you and make you, because that's brother Bakar Ahmad brought out a good point on a video I was watching about a week ago. You know, when people get hungry, that's when people get how can I say it, that's when people's minds change, you see, where as opposed to they were saying before, oh, they're not gonna do this, they're not gonna do that, but when your ass get put in that situation, your mind gonna change, you see. So you being put in that starvation mode, all right, it's gonna have a lot of people's minds just give in to saying, nah, fuck that. I can't go no more. This has been if you can even make it that long, because I believe these people can't even make 2 days without eating. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people can't even make it 24 hours without eating. But imagine these people going to 3, 4 days, 5 days. All right, these people gonna give in, and they're gonna give into what? The MOTB. They're gonna give their body like they did in that time. They're gonna give their body up to who? To modern day Pharaoh, man. Just so they could eat, just so they could have a drink of water, and that just because they wanted to put their trust in the government rather than to put their trust in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You see, and that just shows you right there that desperate moments calls for desperate measures, man. You see, they were all put in a desperate situation, and they desperately made a desperate choice to give themselves up just to eat. That's what's going to happen in these last days with these people, man. You see? Yep. This is Ecclesiasticus 4:21. For there is a shame that bringeth sin, and there is a shame which is glory and grace. You see, you want to be shamed for righteousness' sake. You don't want to be ashamed for your wickedness, where it brings forth sin and it shows your sins. You see, Isaiah 36:6. Lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt to all that trust in him. Woo, you see? So when these people finally get put in that situation where they're gonna have to eat, I mean, it's gonna be either you take this Rice Krispie treat and eat, or you don't take this Rice Krispie treat and you continue to starve and die. You see, that's the situation. That's one of the main situations that's going is going to put people in one of the main predicaments that this damn devil's going to put people in, man. You see, and that's right around the corner. Right around the corner that famine is. Famines is already starting. You see, you getting it in all these other countries. There's a lot of famine in these other countries, but remember, America's always last because America's that cash cow. America is that saving the best for last. You see, this is Babylon the Great. So the Lord gonna leave this place last, and this place is gonna get it worse out of all these other countries that are around about us, man. So hey, that's right. That's right. So, you know, just that was something to take heed of how they acted in the time of, you know, in the time of Pharaoh. You see, in the time of that famine, they gave their bodies up just to eat, man. And these people gonna give up their souls just to eat and drink, just to be destroyed anyway. That's why you got to take heed to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai and have that stability, man. Because what good is it if you get that food and that piece of bread for that moment, but you're gonna be destroyed anyway because you gave yourself up and you took on that image. You see, you're gonna be burnt up in the wrath and indignation of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. So hey, that's the point right there. So Lord willing, the lesson was edifying. So with that being said, shalom, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloyim La, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakak Wadash, the water Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai for resting upon me to make the lesson. Shalom, shalom. Lord willing, I'll catch you on the next one. Shalom.